Today is Wednesday, July 6th, and today there is a first quarter moon in Libra. I'm going to talk to you about what that means and 3 ways you can make the most of a first quarter moon in Libra. I'm Marina Orms, the founder of Astrology Heals at astrologyheals.com. I've been doing this since the early 90s, and I've written 2 books. If you're interested in learning more, check it out at astrologyheals.com. Today, as I said, the moon is in Libra all day long. Libra is about the energy of partnerships, of relationships, of collaboration, of what it means and what it looks like to do things together with another person. And when we are together, working together, right, we can do more. So it both challenges us and pushes our buttons, and it also allows us to be capable of much more than we are singly. So, and partnerships, by the way, is not just romantic. It can be any kind of one-to-one relationship, a relationship with a peer or a coworker, a relationship with a friend, anything that you are doing with another person. And today also the moon passes by its first quarter square, meaning that it is 90 degrees away from the sun. And this is what the moon cycle does. It starts with a new moon. It goes through the first quarter, which is when we see the moon half full in the sky. And then it continues waxing to a full moon, and then it wanes into its third quarter and back to a new moon again. So when the moon is at the first quarter, there's some pressure that happens. It's part of the natural moon cycle, the qualities of energy that we experience. And that pressure can show up in our lives as something frustrating, like a roadblock or an emotional issue that comes up, or something that is challenging us because it's not giving us comfort, it's not feeling good, it's not feeling easy. And ultimately, those things that challenge us are also the things that push us to change in the ways that we need to change to be our best selves and to continue to grow and evolve toward our best selves. So when there is a first quarter moon, we might have a day that has some bumpiness to it. We might have a day that brings some challenges or issues to the front, to the fore, whatever that word is. And then it is how we respond. It is how we show up for those issues. That is where the growing edge is. So 3 ways that you can make the most of a first quarter moon in Libra that might bring some challenges, especially in the area of relatedness, relationship, partnership, and working together with others. So number 1 is notice where you might be giving your energy away. No, and this is right, both in the very immediate, like your immediate relationship with someone in your household, someone at work, someone in your daily life. Notice where you might overly compromise, to say, here, let's just do it your way, or I'll keep myself quiet, or whatever that might look like. Notice where you do that, because when you first notice and become aware that you're doing it, then you can start to reframe. What are the beliefs that I have behind that? Do I feel like I deserve to be here? Do I feel like this relationship has the potential to actually shift and change? So look at where some of those things are coming from, and ask yourself what it would look like for you to change your attitude, your beliefs, your thoughts, your ways of being. Are there some feelings you need to process around that in order to be more fully yourself and bring yourself to the table? So that's number 1, is noticing where you give your energy away and responding to that, to give yourself love, to continue the work of shifting any areas where you're giving away your energy. Number 2 is work to restore balance. So that could be work in your life. It could be work in the world. The world has this thing called patriarchy that brings an imbalance between, classically masculine and classically feminine energies. The way that women's rights are you know, the way that women have to fight for equality is one example of that. There are many other kinds of balance and ways that people are oppressed in the world based on race or ethnicity or gender choices, you know, all kinds of things. So, where can you put in some work to restore balance? Where do you notice imbalances? And what's maybe one action you can take today that affirms or moves in the direction of restoring balance? Is it pointing something out to someone? Is it writing a letter to a congressperson or making a phone call to a congressperson? Is it reaching out to find something that you might be interested in volunteering for? Is it talking to a friend about what you can do together? Any of these small tangible actions that move you in the direction of the thing that you want to work toward is what gets you there. And it's also what reaffirms your, you know, it's like that feeling of doing something is what makes all the difference. Okay, that's number 2. So number 1 is notice where you give your energy away and work on reframing that. Number 2 is working to restore balance on things that are out of balance. And number 3 is putting effort into relationships. So what relationships in your life have some things that aren't working ideally or optimally in them? And what do you need to do about that? Again, you're not going to solve all the problems overnight, but what is something you can do? Can you, you know, say, hey, I want to talk to you about this, or I think maybe I was wrong when I said something, or, you know, I'm curious how you feel and I really want to listen, or, you know, these things that lead us into the hard work of being in relationship. And it is one of the hardest things we do as human beings. And it is also one of the most powerful, because ultimately working on a relationship is also about working on yourself, of course, and making yourself coming in, help supporting yourself to come into a place where you are more powerful, more effective, more loving, more creative, and more capable of generating the things you want to see happen. So that is how this first quarter Libra moon can help us today, and the energies of today, whatever's coming up for you, might be leading you in these directions to consider how you can support the balance of power and support the balance in your own life and your own relationships. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Marina Orms at astrologyheals.com. I will see you next time. And thank you so much for subscribing and sharing these videos with your friends. It really helps. All right, thanks. Talk to you later.